stars with this man.
I got him in the middle of an Andes.
York.
Oh, okay.
Andes are good too. I like them both.
Both of them are about the same.
Two competent candy companies.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know it's controversial, but I like my mint chocolates. Mm-hmm. I know it's very controversial. That might be the most controversial thing we've said on the podcast.
There's no way that our stance on, like, mint chocolate is the most controversial thing we've ever said.
Right, it's me yelling about the Acolyte, probably.
It's either that or my, like...
Or your robot hate.
Or my robot hate.
I was about to make the joke I made in the car. We were talking to iRobot.
Like, because every time, right, we have... It happened when we were watching, like, The Mandalorian, where they go to, like, the droid planet,
Utopia.
The droid Utopia, and I was like, what is going on here? Because it was wigging me out. And then in Skeleton Crew, when they go to where they're from that planet, I'm also like, there are too many droids here, and it's freaking me out.
So, to be fair, Skeleton Crew, the secret of At-Atten is not a bad secret.
No, it's not that. It's just like, I don't... My brain was like, I don't need... It's a case of, like, I don't want the government spying on me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, there are too many droids too close to the homes.
In the case, once again, though, in the case of At-Atten, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. But
the only issue was that the kids wanted to leave. Mm-hmm. And, honestly, them leaving caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But it also... There's some theories to be had about what's going to happen, because so far Skeleton Crew has not come back to be important yet. And that's actually going to go into some... Well, I'll save it for when we go into the news about that. Anything going on this week that you've been up to?
Let's see. Over the past... This week,
yeah,
I turned 27.
Did I miss your...
You did. My birthday was on May 12th.
But sorry.
Don't worry, it's okay. Because I'm getting ready to do like a little Steinhardt's one-shot.
Okay.
And I want you to be a part of that, and I want to do it in person.
Okay. Do we have a plan for when yet on that?
I'm trying to, like...
I am mad also at our players in Grim Hollow for not posting a thing about it in the Discord.
Dude,
because I like, you know me, I like to post the happy birthdays in our Discord to the people that I know and that I know whose birthday. But I also, you're not on any social media, which is how I keep track of, like, Facebook is how I know most people's birthdays, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you know what my counter argument to that is? How long have we been friends?
The counter argument should be the calendar on my phone.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
Which is how I know somebody else's birthday.
But also, like, in your defense, I'm a very private person.
You're also not somebody to really make a big deal of birthdays. Yeah. You're not, like, you'll want to do something, but you don't, like, for you, it's more of just a chill hangout deal. Mm-hmm. You're not like, oh...
Not like, we're gonna go clubbing until 3 a.m.
We're not, or partying at the house, although that has stopped for a long time because of drama that I'm not sharing on the internet. I was given the info on that, and
Can everyone just be chill?
Can everybody be chill and not...
Can everyone not do...
Crimes?
Can everyone stop doing crimes?
That's really the big one for why a lot of the partying stopped, from what I've been told. It's the crimes. Once again, I'm being vague for the sense of, like...
Can people control themselves slightly better than not at all sometimes?
It's okay. At the very least, I know our group is good because we cut off the people that were doing said crimes. So at the very least, our group is good. We're like, oh, you do crime? Well, specific crime. You do specific crime? Yeah, no.
Yeah, beat it.
Yeah. Because there's some crimes you can argue.
There's mild crimes. This was not a mild crime. A mild crime is like jaywalking.
Actually, that's not even a mild crime.
It's
that's
the mildest of inconveniences.
It's a misdemeanor. which means it's not even really fully a crime. Do we count a misdemeanor? It's like the lowest level of crime you can commit. No, you're good.
Smacking wires over here. But yeah.
Anyways,
you are invited.
okay.
I'm gonna try and have like things ready by Wednesday,
Okay.
which I know is soon.
Yeah, just kind of let me know what
But also,
day and
I'm
time
like,
we're looking at.
we might have to change that because I want a lot of.
You want the Grim Hollow group for sure, I'm guessing. Probably Ethan as well.
Probably Ethan, Tori. Surprisingly, I was like, "So are you gonna be?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like,
Let's go, Tori. I miss D&D Tori.
D&D Tori is unhinged. I want her to be in more games, but I'm also
But
like,
it's also not her biggest interest.
yeah,
It like she enjoys it when she plays it, but it's not her like.
yeah.
She enjoys watching her medical dramas and her
Scottish romance.
yeah,
that is on.
which always gets
If you asked me between the two, which I would put above one another, Outlander or Grey's Anatomy, Outlander takes it by a fucking mile.
in terms of your preference or in terms of her preference.
In terms of my preference.
Okay.
But I don't know about her. She might like Grey's Anatomy more. She might like Outlander more. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Outlander's so it's just time traveling Scottish romance, right?
Yes.
That's what I okay. So my only experience with Outlander is every time I talk about Highlander, people get it confused.
Mhm.
That is my experience with Outlander. That's it. It's one that I've seen like the posters of some of the seasons, but like I've never sat down and watched. Even though it's a Stars show, right?
I think so.
Which means it's on a network that I've watched shows on, because that's where my favorite adaptation of Spartacus is from. It's the Stars show. Don't get me wrong, the Kubrick film is classic. It's the I'm Spartacus. It's where that comes from. But I think the TV show does so much more with the idea, and even the spinoff show, which is a Spartacus show without Spartacus, because it takes place after he's dead, in a alternate timeline where Asher lives, the most Weasley of Weasley mans. But they did an interesting thing with the finale for it,
Okay.
which because I'm like, well, if you're doing an alternate timeline, can you do something interesting with it? I think we're far enough out from the season finale I can talk about it. Because when was the season finale for House of Asher?
I don't know.
Which we're getting a season 2. Because the one good thing about Stars, the only good thing about Stars, is they're so cheap that they're at least willing to go, yeah, we'll bat for a second season on a show most of the time. Like, even if it's a show most people, like, even if it's dropped in its numbers, they'll usually still give a show a second season, which is admirable. Yeah, February 7th, the day before my birthday. So, we can talk about the finale. So, you know how in the original show, they introduced Caesar. So, in the House of Asher, they start playing with the idea of the triumvirate. So Caesar,
Pompey and
Pompey and the other guy,
whose name I can't fucking remember.
It's I think it's
Is it
Marcus Aurelius. I think I think it's Aurelius. If I'm even spelling that right. I love that there's so many, so I gotta look for the right one. Yeah, Crassus. Wrong Marcus. Marcus Crassus.
Too many Marcus.
Yeah, it's a common name. It's the John of...
It's the John of Rome.
Yeah, it's the John of Rome.
What's your name?
I don't know what the Smith of Rome would be, though. But Mark is... Marcus, or like a number in Roman, is like the John of the Roman world.
I think my favorite joke is about Roman names. It's like, well, I am called Septimus. I'm the
Yeah,
seventh child of my family. What's your name? My name is Liv. And them doing the math.
Trying to figure out where.
Yeah.
Which I took Latin in high school, and college. So this is the joke for me on like when it comes to that. But yeah, so they introduced the triumvirate, and of course, they're having Asher be kind of caught in the middle. He's on Crassus' side, and he's trying to play politics, try to fuck with Pompey, but also like Caesar is in his house, and like Caesar is also kind of on both sides because Caesar. Asher kills Caesar.
Yeah, how about we make this triangle into a straight line?
And I was because I was like, "There's no," because Asher and him start fighting in the burning burning home, and I'm like, "There's no way they kill Caesar."
My
right?
first, when you were like, "Oh, it's an alternate Spartacus timeline," my brain was like, "So I guess the Ides of March is gonna come early, huh?"
A few decades early, in fact, because I think the timeline doesn't quite make it to where he's old enough for that. So we're a few decades early, in fact. So I'm like, okay, now I'm fully in. What are we doing with season 2? Because season 2 is gonna be wild now, if this is what season 1 is ending on. And I like when shows do that. Like if you're gonna be an alternate timeline show,
double down on it.
Double down on it, yeah. Don't go. We're an alternate timeline, but with like one change. Asher lives, and Asher is the one who killed Spartacus. It's like, well, that's lame. And then, well, also female gladiators. Okay, that's cool. We're building. What if Asher killed Caesar? Now we're cooking. And this is why I like Spartacus.
In addition, important information for Steinhardt one-shot.
Yep.
Because I'm a dick, you may only use subclasses from Steinhardt's, backgrounds from Steinhardt's, and the class from Steinhardt.
See, I'm not mad about that, because that's the type of shit I would do sometimes. Like, I'm not even mad about that.
Yeah. This does, like, for example, unfortunately, if you're a warlock, you only get one patron, and you only get one pact.
So this is still going on with what you've been up with this week. So I guess most of it has been, like, planning this.
Yeah, which I only started to do yesterday afternoon. Technically, Tori talked with me about it on...
Probably
what fucking day is today?
Today's Friday.
Today's Friday.
So probably Wednesday?
So, like, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, today's Friday. We're pre-recording. That's the thing we normally say when we're pre-recording that we didn't say.
Here's my problem. I'm operating on 3 hours of sleep.
And
again.
The good news is I get to sleep tonight. So do you.
Yeah. I won't, though.
Well, at least you don't have to do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're doing it now.
It's
the Spaceball scene. When is now?
Yep, we've gone over this bit. You're talking you from the past, but we're going to send it to tomorrow. To tomorrow,
which will
be the future for us, but the present for you when you receive this.
To the morrow would still be accurate. It's just old English at that point.
I'm not beating these I'm a time traveler allegations. To the morrow.
Anything else exciting, though?
Yeah.
Sorry, D&D chat.
I have also been playing Evil West,
which is a very you game. Have you played it before, or is this your first?
It's my first time playing it. Myself. I watched a playthrough of it when it came out, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, I fucking wish. Like,
I mean, because it's the Undead Redemption. It's the Red Dead Undead. It's the Undead Nightmares DLC, but just as the full game, which is a Seth coded game.
You're like, you go and look at the fucking promotional art for that shit, and it's like, this is a Seth game.
It's just guy in poncho with gun and zombie coming like.
What? I'm for real. Look it up.
Like, I'm not exaggerating. That is the art.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, go.
You know what? Let's.
Yeah, look at.
I'll let you explain it while I'm pulling it up.
Have you ever wanted to punch a vampire in the face with a fucking lightning gauntlet?
Yeah, it's not quite the one I'm thinking of, but yeah.
That is the right one.
Yeah.
That is the cover art, essentially.
Let me put this in a separate.
Yeah.
That way I'm not sharing the script with y'all as well.
No, they need to see the script from last week, too. From that show we really liked, where they killed off Lawson.
Well, so there's some theories.
No body, no death.
That, and also, because our friends at the Padawans talked about this on their show, and I've been thinking about it, and they might be right. Lawson's the only one that saw Maul kill Docky. Essentially, Maul forced that fight with Docky and Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Lawson's the only one that knows that Maul got Docky killed. So, narratively speaking...
You wouldn't want him to be done yet.
Yeah. Like, in terms of, like, how you would write a show, it wouldn't make sense to
kill him off.
It would be interesting to make people think he's dead, because then Maul goes, oh, I got away with it. And then you bring him back, and you go, hey, so... Devin, that whole reason that you're working for Maul, he's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
And you save that for like season 2 or 3.
Yeah. My thought was like, Riley. I was like, yeah, you at least have a relatively speaking healthy person to help you cope with. 2 boots.
Yeah. Let me make this bigger for everybody, because, like, it just doesn't want to work with me right now.
Yeah,
it's being...
So that, right there.
Yeah, let me make it bigger. It's going to cover us.
So this is the game.
This is what he's playing.
That I've been playing the last couple of days.
Once again, very Seth-coded. Like, if y'all have been watching the show long enough, y'all know, okay, this is a Seth game. So. Yeah.
And your main antagonist, if you looked at him, you'd be like, that's an 11-year-old girl. Me, I'm over here like, that's not an 11-year-old girl. That's a demon in human form.
Me, I played Fear. I know what's going on.
I know what this is.
I played Fear.
I know you're lying to me. Also, I may have killed your dad, but that doesn't mean you should go and kill my dad. And it's like, what are you talking about? That's how this works.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah, have you not played Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah, I have, actually.
That's
I haven't played that.
But that's basically the plot. You killed my dad, so now I kill yours.
Yeah. And I actually... Hold on. I have a divisive take. I actually like the ending of The Last of Us 2. I just think that Ellie should learn how to play guitar with her other hand. It's not going to be easy.
I am more angry at Tommy than anybody else in that by the end of that game.
I do get it. I do get why you would be upset with Tommy as well.
Because Tommy's the only reason that the third act happens. If Tommy didn't show up and go, hey, do the... I'm being vague because the show is probably still going to go over this, so I don't want to spoil the TV show for anybody who hasn't played the games. But everybody was fine with where things were. It would have been fine. But no! Tommy had to fuck it up and go, how about we not have a happy ending?
Also, you know what?
How about we don't have our lesbians living on a farm?
Good on you, Dina, for fucking standing on business.
If
you do this, I'm leaving.
She stood on business.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, being vague, because TV show season 3 still gonna cover that, because they haven't even done the Abby part. I mean, the first season 2 is just the Ellie part of the game, not even the full Ellie part, just Act 1 Ellie part.
Oh boy. Have they covered the thing?
They've only covered the 3 days of Seattle. Like, the first three, like...
No, I mean, why she's in Seattle.
Abby? Or...
No, not Abby.
Yeah, we got into the part where Abby raids the theater.
Okay.
After Ellie killed...
Like, they didn't... the Big J is not in... I'm trying not to spoil it, because I haven't watched that.
Oh, that was, like, in the first...
Okay, cool. I don't need to...
Yeah, Joel is dead.
Okay, cool.
We can talk about Joel being dead.
Alright.
I already made the joke. You killed my dad, so I kill your dad. Well, your dad killed my dad, so I kill him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not quite the same. Yeah. Anyways. So you're enjoying that.
I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying running around and punching them. Because, God forbid,
killing undead.
You would think... Here's my question. Which do you think I dislike more? Undead or robots?
Undead.
Yeah, that's the correct answer.
Like, no hesitation on that one. Because, at least with robots, there's a potential programming that can prevent the evil. Mm-hmm. For undead, it's the unnaturalness, right? It's the fact that they are supposed to be dead, but they're not. And then 9 times out of 10, because in writing and fiction for undead, the undead, because they are unnatural, that is already what inherently makes them evil. There's an argument against that, because that's kind of nowadays, but like the idea of, oh, you're unnatural, therefore you're evil. That's why undead monsters exist. Yeah. Also, going back to like the last thing that the 11-year-old demon girl child did was like, humans and vampires aren't so different. She is giving this monologue to me before she decides to set a church full of innocent people on fire. Have you seen the movie Abigail? I feel like I have, but I feel like it's one I would make you watch, just because it has Melissa Barrera from the Scream films in it. The one that plays the Carpenter, Sam Carpenter. So Jenna Ortega's sister in 6 and 7. Okay. Or 5 and 6. Sorry, not 7. Ugh. We don't talk about 7. I don't think I've watched Abigail, but from where this is going, I'm not sure. Criminals are hired to kidnap a little girl. They bring her to a mansion. Oh, yeah, I know. And then it's not a plot twist because it's in the advertising. Yeah. This is also a case of, like, Sinners, where Sinners is very good. But if you know what you're looking at. But also, in this case, it's fine to know because it's in the advertising, which is little girl's actually a vampire. Same thing with Sinners. Sinners kind of advertises what it is, so it's like, okay. It's different than, say, From Dusk Till Dawn, where the well, no, that's not true. Yep. People are very bad at trying to pull off that reveal, is what I think we're learning from the marketing. Well, I think I'd have to look and see if original marketing for From Dusk Till Dawn didn't reveal it. Because the marketing I've seen is, like, when it's already on DVD. Like, because when I first learned about From Dusk Till Dawn, you already know what it's going to connect to. Because everything connects to it. It connects to Highlander. All roads lead to Highlander. Or Star Wars. Sometimes both. In the case of Highlander, the road to Highlander is Star Wars. Because, like, I got into Highlander because Star Wars fan films. And then I started... I think what is the what's it called when you can admit to a crime because it's been so long? Oh, fuck. It's not state of refusal, that's... Statute of limitations. I think the statute of limitations have run on this. Let me double check. You gotta make sure. I'm not admitting to a crime on... Nope, not that type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. It's way past. They can't get me for it. Because this was like 2012.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they can't get me for this. I used to, like, when Netflix had DVDs, what I would do is I would order the Highlander DVDs through Netflix, and then I would burn a copy of them and then send the Netflix copy back. So then I had my own copy at home afterwards. So Highlander, I would do that. So that is how I've watched a lot of Highlander, actually, was either on the Wii Netflix channel, or... Because let's not forget that Wii is the only Nintendo console to have the Netflix app, because I think Wii U had it, I can't remember, but like Switch has not. Switch only had Hulu and YouTube, and then now you can't really use either of those apps on the Switch. Womp womp. Disappointing. But yeah, so I used to do that, and I would watch the DVDs, and of course when you're watching the DVDs, you get the ads for more movies that are on DVD. Which is how I learned about Christopher Lambert's Sci-Fi Beowulf. Because that was one of the ads, because it's Highlander, it's already got Christopher Lambert, so they're going like, well, it ties in, it's a Christopher Lambert film, let's advertise a Christopher Lambert film. Which is, so I learned about Sci-Fi Beowulf with Christopher Lambert using a laser crossbow. I haven't watched that movie still. I feel like I should.
Just to
I feel like
see how it goes.
I feel like I have an obligation as a Highlander fan to watch it at least once.
What did Mr. Lambert do after he got done with Highlander?
Well, he was in Mortal Kombat, because he's Raiden.
Yep.
Everybody remembers that one. They cast a white man as Raiden. The new films have fixed that. And the new films are good. But anyways. And then he was also Beowulf. And then they did another Beowulf film like a few years later with CGI stuff. And that one was more fantasy-based. But then the other film I would see the ads for a lot was... I guess it's because Miramax. And so it was From Dusk Till Dawn. And it always showed the damn vampire part in it. And I'm like... That's like half the reveal of that film. It's the same issue I have with Terminator. No Terminator film has ever kept its plot twist in the trailers.
You mean hidden?
Yeah, like hidden.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, they never kept it hidden in the trailers. Terminator 1 doesn't really have a plot twist. I think the plot twist is that... what's his name is John Connor's dad.
Yeah.
That's the plot twist.
It's not the time-traveling robot assassin. That looks menacing as shit.
But every other film, except for 3, because 3 also doesn't really have a time... The plot twist of 3 is that it's a girl Terminator.
Yeah. And also John Connor is a drug addict. That was the part that tripped me up during that film, not the fact that Terminators could be girls.
But two's plot twist is obviously that Arnold is good in that one. That's in the trailer. It's in the trailer. In fact, the scene where it's revealed that he's good is in the trailer. Where it's the rose scene where it looks like he's about to shoot at John, and then he pulls out the rose and he starts shooting at the T-1000. It's like, oh, well, that... And then, let's see. What is Salvation's plot twist? That's the one with Christian Bale.
I'm trying to remember if that one is set in the future.
That's the future one.
Oh, it's that the protagonist is a Terminator.
Oh, yeah, because he's Reese is half Terminator, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that, yeah.
He's like half Terminator or whatever, because they're like, oh, a Terminator and a human can have babies now. What?
Yeah, things got a little wild.
It still gets more wild, because then we get to... Was Dark Fate the next one?
It's either that or Genesis.
I think Genesis.
Hey, you know how this is...
Because Genesis is the one with Khaleesi as Sarah Connor,
so this
right?
is allegedly a Star Wars podcast. Excuse us while we talk about
Sci-
four different series that are not Star Wars.
But they're sci-fi related. They're fantasy sci-fi related. I'm trying to double check that it's Genesis first, and then I think it is, because I think it's Genesis, and then people didn't like young Sarah Connor again, so we got the original Sarah Connor with Dark Fate, I think is what happened. What is Genesis? I know Dark Fate's one was that... Was Dark Fate the one where it was actually that, Connor's the bad guy, where he's the Terminator?
Something like that.
Dark Fate's the one where John Connor's the Terminator.
Shit got weird after the third one. Let's also not forget, deleted scenes. Terminators are powered by Milky Ways.
We don't count deleted scenes.
Yeah, but it's still funny.
Deleted scenes aren't canon.
I know.
Otherwise, there would be so many scenes in Star Wars that are canon that we're like, wait. Like Anakin actually meeting Padme's family.
Oh.
Because that was in episode 2.
That would actually be nice.
Yeah, that was in episode 2.
Padme's dad. Hey, daughter, your boyfriend is a little crazy.
I think we meet the sisters, is what. It's been a minute since I watched the deleted scenes for Star Wars films. Yeah, I don't remember what the Genesis one, but I know Dark Fate was John Connor's is a Terminator, and that, once again, was in the trailer. Like, stop putting your plot twist in trailers.
They're like, no one will know by the time this movie happens.
Especially Terminator.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else going on? I haven't even gotten to me. We're 30 minutes in.
That was it.
Mine is short, don't worry.
That was it. I invite Steinhardt's one-shot stuff. Evil West has been fun. I struggle a little bit with the combat, but...
Is it like...
the comment I was going to say.
Yeah.
It came out, in my opinion, at a really bad time for a game like it to come out. Because it came in right between, I think, like, Red Dead 2 and, like, God of War, the new one.
Okay, so 2 really big hyped games.
Yeah.
For Ragnarok? I would
no.
Or no. Oh, the first reboot.
Yeah.
Or not reboot.
And I can, like, I'm like, if you're just looking at visuals, I'm like, oh, this is a little bit like, it looks, like, in terms of, like, gear selection and stuff on the side.
It looks very similar to...
Yeah. To Ragnarok, because you can, like, jump and punch and you...
Yeah. Only thing I've been really up to is Wednesday I bought Tamagotchi Life finally. Because I was planning to eventually, because it's a game that...
Everyone is talking about it, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this game, and
It's just a chill game. It's
Oh, it's a cozy game?
It's sorta, except you can make it really goofy and silly, and like it's definitely a game Tori would get addicted to.
Definitely.
But unfortunately, it's only on the Switch. And Switch 2.
I think like the problem with Seth games is that there is not a lot of chill in them.
So it's like if you took Animal Crossing and Sims and kind of...
God.
But also, you can make your own items in the game. And so, because, like, it gives you, like, a drawing feature. And so you can make clothes, you can make food, you can make other stuff. And then you can put it into the world, and you also give it, like, traits when you create something. So you go, oh, this makes characters feel this way when they see, like... It's this type of feeling, usually. Now, of course, just because it makes a character feel that way, doesn't mean they like it. Because characters also have their own likes and dislikes based on the personalities that you've given the character when you built them.
I see.
So they could be like, oh, I hate this, or stuff like that. And so the funniest things I've seen are people giving Marlboros to Newports to children as soon as they're born, because your characters can have babies, and then you can give them an item for as soon as they're born. So the funniest thing is people going, Newports for babies. Also some other funny, like, there's also a lot of funny relationship stuff, because dating and stuff can happen in there. Right now, I have no dating going on in my world. Mine is currently me building the characters from the Mafia video game series. I'm currently just in Mafia 1. I plan to go to Mafia 2 characters, because Mafia 2 is my favorite anyways of the Mafia games. Although I haven't played the newest one yet. It's on my list. I haven't played Old Country yet. It's actually on the Twitch stream list for the GTA tie-in stuff, because while it's not a Rockstar game, it's that type of game. And so, what was that? Oh, I'm going to add relationships eventually, because like I do plan to bring in the canon wife of one of the characters for Tommy, because Tommy has a canon wife, so I'll bring her in, and then after I've done that, then I'll make everybody buy, and because right now everybody is what they canonically are, and so then I'm like, okay, now that everybody's here, nobody cares, and stuff, because then the chaos can ensue, because people can break up on their own, because they'll come to you and be like, hey, should I break up with this person? And you can say no, and they might still do it anyways. They'll be like, you know what, I think I'm going to do it anyways. Like, I saw one that was Bob's Burgers characters that somebody had built. It was Bob and Linda. And this would never happen. This is totally not canon. Bob broke up with Linda. And if you know Bob's Burgers, that's, like, insane to think about.
Oh, no way.
No. They love each other too much. That would never happen.
But in Tomodachi Life,
you never know.
I don't know why I said in that weird.
I mean, right now I have like two Dons living in the same like island, and then they're like supposed to hate each other, but they're like hanging out with each other still. Although I did add the phrase of them killing one of them. Like I showed, in my Discord server we have a channel. We have the gaming channel, and then we have a thread for Tomodachi. Because we have threads for different games that we know are active in our server that we talk about. And so, Tomodachi's one of them, and so everybody, Britt and Gwen, have been sharing their creations in there. Meanwhile, I'm kind of more basic. I'm not at the level of drawing shit, especially because you can't use a stylus.
What?
You use your finger. Because the Switch doesn't have a stylus feature. Right? So it's just a tablet when you're doing the drawing feature, but with your finger, and they didn't give there's no option to use a stylus, which is upsetting for people who have played the previous Tomodachi game, because the game before this was on the DS, which made drawing a lot easier. But then for somebody like me, who can't do the drawing stuff, they took away a feature also in this one that Britt's fine with not existing, but I'm kind of like, that kind of sucks, which is character sharing, or original creation sharing, or me sharing as well, because you could share your Miis and stuff in the DS version, so you could just share that and upload it to a server, and anybody could use them, right? Here you can only do that using the Street Pass sort of deal. So if you're within the same area as one of your buddies, you could go, hey, what cool creations have you made? And so, I wouldn't mind it, but I understand where it forces people to be more creative, I guess. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game still, though. It's nothing too chaotic right yet. I did have two of the characters are living together right now, because they can ask to be like, hey, we should move in. Because you can have up to 40 or something like that characters on the island. Right now I got 6. I'm working on my 7th one. And it's still not Tommy's wife. Sorry, Tommy. It's okay. Tommy's living with Sam right now. No, he's living with Paul. Yeah, he's living with Sam. So, which makes sense. Sam and Tommy are pretty good buddies in the game. It's Polly that we say fuck Polly. We say fuck Polly. Also, fuck the Don. Both of them, actually. Anyways, that's what I've been up to. Yeah. And then, of course, the reason we're pre-recording is because I'm going to Pensacola.
Yep.
So, by the time this is out, I'll be in Pensacola, going to Pickle Fest. Having some fun. Eating some pickles, having some wings. Yeah. So.
I might allegedly be asleep, but I might not be. I don't know.
Now that we've had a really long what we've been up to,
We should probably get into the news.
yeah, there's not a lot, but some exciting stuff. Firstly, we got an announcement for the Fall of Kylo Ren comics miniseries, because we knew it was coming,
Yeah.
because this is the sequel series to the Legacy of Vader comics with Kylo, and we knew this was coming because at the end of Legacy of Vader they were like, and Fall of Kylo Ren coming soon, or whatever.
So, who's reading this one? You or me?
I'll read this one.
Okay.
An early synopsis. We get the Legacy of Vader creates a new Empire of Fear. Kylo Ren returns from devastation, wielding total fury, as General Hux and Pride tear the First Order apart with treacherous ambition. Kylo cuts through their schemes with merciless clarity. His wrath forges unity through fear and unleashes a supreme leader neither general can escape, nor survive disappointing. A pivotal turning point for Kylo, Hux, and Pride, an essential reading for every Star Wars fan. So, I guess this is putting it even closer to Rise of Skywalker, because if Pride is involved, because Pride doesn't show up till Kylo has the Final Order army.
Mm-hmm. You okay?
Yeah, because Pride is currently working for Palps in the unknown in the evil Sith world, Exegol, during most of the sequels, and then he shows up in this film going, "Yeah, I've been here." So I guess we're getting closer to that. We also got some quotes, but we can skip that. First issue's coming out in August. We don't have a specific date in August yet, but that's not too bad. That is something that we've been that I've been commenting of. Hey, we need to get more of these comics going, because right now we're getting nothing. No comics existing. What's going on? And so now we have, because at least from Marvel side. Which will be our only August release right now that we'd be worried about.
What's happening in August? Not a damn thing.
And even then, I'm putting this on the release schedule, but that's not going to matter, because, like, the way my release schedule works is when all the comics are out. So, like, I'm putting it there only for me to, like, next month when they announce, like, the next issue, when they announce issue 2's release date, for me to go, oh, okay. But it's so I can keep up to date on these things. Yeah, because the only other Marvel originals are the Rogue One one-shots, which aren't going to be done until September or something. We don't have a specific date for that either. Everything else is Dark Horse, or manga. That's not true. Galaxy's Edge, Echoes of the Empire, but that's a 2-issue thing. That's a 2 for advertising for the park.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but hey, you know what? I'm excited about that because I liked Legacy of Vader, and I do want to see where they were going with that, because it kind of left off at an interesting point. Because, like, what's going on with the good half of Kylo that's now active and out in the galaxy?
Here's my problem, Kylo. You had a relatively decent childhood.
Well,
from what I have seen.
Other than his dad abandoning him a lot of the time.
No, I'm not going to be a dick to...
And also almost killing him. With the speeder. He was going to have Kylo... He was going to have little Ben riding a speeder and...
Kylo would have been fine.
Looked like a drunk driving accident.
Fine.
The whole fender was gone.
You'd be fine. It didn't happen.
Only because Mom was there to say no.
It's fine.
And then you got to live on at Uncle Luke's school.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know which one of them dropped him off there.
I think they both did. But it was a case of, like, we don't know how to deal with having a forced child sort of situation.
At that point, I don't think Luke really did either.
Well, no, by that point, I think he was a little better at it. Because the whole Grogu thing had already happened.
Yeah, but I don't feel like Grogu was with him for that.
No, that's why, no. Well, we know that he wasn't. But I'm saying, like, I think Luke had already grown from that. Because we're talking about another, like, probably 5 years from that. Because Kylo's already a baby when Book of Boba Fett's happening. I think, if I'm remembering the timeline correctly, of when Ben is born. Because he's pretty much, like, born right after, like, during... Because he's already around during Battle of Jakku, right?
He's born after that.
After that, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, so he's definitely around as a baby during Book of Boba Fett. Which is crazy to think about. And Rey's not even born yet.
I'm trying to think of, like, how old he would be at that time, right?
I can double check. Good thing about the internet in front of us is we can always look. Because The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and everything is still 9 ABY. They haven't pushed further than 9 ABY yet. I don't think they're hitting 10 ABY yet. And he was born 5, so he is 4. And then, let's see. Yeah, on his 10th birthday, he goes to Uncle Luke's Academy. Or prior to his 10th. So he's 9. Which that's going to create some attachment. Because we know, we've been down this path with the Skywalker family. Grandpapa Anakin was also 9.
Yeah. What I was going to say in regards to Kylo is, relatively speaking, he had a decent childhood if you compare it to his grandpa's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to, but I think a lot of childhoods compared to Anakin's is better.
Yeah. I'm like...
There's a lot of... That's a low bar.
I know. Which is why I'm like, you didn't suffer enough, Kylo, for me to be like... Everyone's like, you need to use more of the dark side.
Yeah.
He hasn't been pushed enough.
Well, that's why... I mean... To play into that, though, that's why Kylo's struggle is the opposite of Anakin's.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Anakin is a case of trying to find his light in the dark that he's in as Vader. Kylo is constantly struggling to find the dark within him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why he's not good
at
it.
Like literally, that's his entire struggle throughout the sequel trilogy. Because everybody's like, nah, you're too conflicted. Like, even...
Everyone is like, you would be really good if you could sort your shit out.
You are too conflicted. And then so, like, because he, like, that's the whole reason he kills Han. Because he's like, I gotta prove I'm not conflicted. And then that only conflicts him even further.
Yeah, killing your parents tends to do that.
Yeah, so it actually did the opposite of what he was hoping. So, like, yeah, we haven't even hit 10 ABY in the...
Yeah.
Even going as far as Skeleton Crew. We don't know when the Mandalorian and Grogu theoretically takes place yet. We know it's, like, maybe, like, in 9... we know it's after Skeleton Crew. We don't know what year. Because they're like... We can assume probably still 9 ABY unless they decide to move the timeline a little bit forward there.
But yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see Kylo figuring shit out.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, because light version of Kylo Ren exists. Because that spirit version, like the vision version,
Mm-hmm.
it still exists at the end of that comic. It's like, hey, I'm still around. And that's like the whole conflict, right?
No, you're not, said Kylo.
But yeah, and even that version of Ben is like, we're conflicted. So even his own spirit is telling him he's conflicted. Like, there's no getting away from the allegations.
Imagine a fucking ghost version of yourself shows up and is like, you should probably get on that, dude.
You need some therapy. Ghost version of you comes up and goes, hey, we need therapy.
No, we don't. Dude, you were talking to yourself, man.
But yeah.
This is fucking hilarious.
We got some news about Ahsoka.
Yeah, this one's
exciting, I think, personally, or is it not as much for you?
It's mildly disappointing, but I understand why.
Well...
Like, for me.
Is it just because it's further?
A little bit, yeah. But
okay.
I understand why. So I'm not mad at it.
So this is there's no real quotes that we can really like. There's no like descriptions, so we'll just kind of go over the bare bones of this, which is Deadline did a report with Dave Filoni because they were talking about Maul Shadow Lord at the screen along with Screen Rant on the red carpet. And basically, they talked about the fact that, hey, we're working on developing... They're currently in the editing process of all... they're currently editing all the episodes of Ahsoka right now. They're doing it all at once for Season 2. Which is not the usual way you edit a show, so I find that interesting. But it kind of makes sense, I guess, because it's more like a movie anyways. With how TV shows are these days. So... we have now basically been confirmed officially that Season 2 is going to be arriving on Disney Plus somewhere around early, like we're not getting it until early 2027. Which made sense to me. And also, the only reason people are disappointed is because of the rumors saying it was going to be late 2026. But that wasn't even something we reported on because we don't usually report on that. We usually wait till we get like in a more official capacity. And so I guess that means based on where it would have to be, I would say we're probably going to get it like March or April at the latest. Because any later than that... Well, yeah, any later than that would be too close to Starfighter. Because Starfighter, we know when it's coming out. It's May 27th next year. So, because we have a date for that. And you can make the argument, but Maul Shadow Lord came out in, like, late April and ended in early May. So why can't Ahsoka do that? Because Ahsoka's a live action project.
Yeah.
It's different. More people are going to care about the live action Ahsoka show than Maul Shadow Lord. That is not a diss on Maul Shadow Lord whatsoever. That is just the facts of how your average non-heavy Star Wars fan, how they watch TV.
Yeah. We've had this discussion before. I'd cite sources called the rest of this podcast.
Called a couple weeks ago, in fact, we had this discussion. Go to the Maul Shadow Lord episode.
Yeah. Go watch it. Do it right now.
Not right now. You got to finish watching those first for the retentions. Hold on,
Yeah.
Don't fuck up the retention. Stay here, finish this episode, then you can go watch that one.
All right.
But yeah, so that's about it. I mean, am I disappointed? No.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to be disappointed in because there was never an official date. Like, and I would argue this still isn't even a full fit. Like, if they tell me it's coming out this day, this week, like this day of the month, this year, right? Then I'm like, okay, we're locked in. This is our release date. And then if you do oh, we're gonna wait longer, then I'm a little disappointed. But in this case, it's still so far off that I'm like, I'm good, and we're fed. We're fed as Star Wars fans. We are in a pretty good position. We are in a position where we just got probably the best animated Star Wars project ever. We just got done with that. And then in next week, we're getting the first live-action Star Wars film in a few years now. It's been a minute. Almost 10 years. It's been 8 years since the last Star Wars movie in theaters. 2018. No, 2019. Was it 2019?
I don't know.
2019, so actually 7 years. I want to say, yeah, hold on. 2019. So yeah, 7 years. Still, that's like 3 years off from a decade. We are in a very it has been a long wait for a live action film in theaters. And it's a tie-in to a very popular show that, while yes, season 3 kind of dipped in the popularity, like it kind of dipped each season, but like season 3 was definitely the biggest dip of popularity. People kind of got mandoed out by season 3. People were kind of done with it. But it seems that that enjoyment and retention's coming back, so we'll see. It looks like it's just a fun Star Wars adventure film. It's the thing that Scotty and I have talked about with this film, because I see him every now and then at Gamers and Geeks still. The thing we talk about is that, oh, this is just fun Indiana Jones style, like, Star Wars adventure.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the logo, the way they designed the logo. The logo is designed to look like a serial, like, classic.
I'm looking at the font, I'm like, yeah, I know what this is.
It's your serial adventure, like, your serialized, like, pulpy action adventure. So, which, that fits the Star Wars tone. Because that's what the original that's what the original films are based off of. Just more sci-fi, because the original ones were like Buck Rogers and stuff.
Buck Rogers meets Seven Samurai.
Yeah, and
more specifically,
more Hidden Tower.
More specifically, Hidden Fortress.
Or Hidden Fortress, yeah.
Where we can't use those words.
Yeah, Hidden Fortress, and yeah. The more, the Kurosawa meets, yeah. Which is why it also feels like a Western, because Westerns are just samurai films, but Americanized.
Yep. Speaking
Spoilers!
The other thing I've been doing this week...
Have you been watching Westerns?
I have been watching Westerns. A lot of Clint Eastwood ones. Unforgiven. A Fistful of Dollars.
Okay, yeah. Those
a
some
few
classics.
dollars more, and I think what I technically do is I watch reactions of them.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm broke.
You could probably find the Dollars trilogy on YouTube.
Hold on, what am I doing? They're free on YouTube. I could just watch that.
I was gonna say the Dollars trilogy absolutely is free on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
Although you haven't watched one of them.
I have not watched the one of them.
The one that is the most famous, although so it's weird because it's a trilogy, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because they were made with similar themes and a similar character structure, but it's not meant to be the same character.
Oh, Josie Wales was also in there.
Yeah.
The everything would be fine if you just left this man alone.
So most Westerns.
Yeah. all of these Westerns... Well, actually, no. The protagonist is very proactive in A Fistful of Dollars.
That's true, yeah.
So that one doesn't count.
That's the only, yeah.
Actually, Unforgiven also is one where it's like, if you hadn't partaken in this, you'd be fine.
Yep.
Same thing with for a few dollars more.
But yeah, so
Actually, it's good that he interferes in a few dollars more because Indio kind of sucks.
so going back to the news though,
Mhm.
going back to Ahsoka.
Yeah.
This is the thing I kind of held off that Padawans talked about on their show. Go check them out; they're great. They have me on their show sometimes. It's that looking at when the film is coming out and how Disney Star Wars at least tends to operate is they tend to be very good at dropping projects that are connected around each other. At least in a similar like window, right? So maybe the first reason we're not getting Ahsoka season 2 in this year is because Mandalorian and Grogu too close. Arguably, you'd have some months, but I could see getting away with a November release this year and being fine. But like,
Do you think it's because they might want to try and do like a T-Man trilogy down the line?
or they're doing, we know they're doing or like when you say T-Man, or you just say it's Thrawn.
Yeah.
We're getting the Thrawn. We're getting an Heir to the Empire film. That is, I think that is the end game. And there's some theories that I have regarding Ahsoka season 2 and Skeleton Crew regarding that. I think Ahsoka season 2 is going to lead up into that a little bit more. Because obviously we're going to see more about what Thrawn is up to begin with. Like, because he's the main villain.
Yeah, why'd you fuck off to... Well, actually, no, we know
why.
That's not the question.
What are you up to now that you're back?
Now that you're back. And I think, like, with this one, it's a case of, like, you've put the gun on the table, but the gun is too big to actually use.
Well, and also, we know at the very least, while Thrawn has been in the other galaxy, he has had people serving him, because we see them in season 3 of Mandalorian. They bring in the most recognizable for any Legends fan, Admiral Pelion. Or Captain Pelion. Captain Pelion. Because he's part of the little Warlords Council.
Yeah.
And he's the one that goes, well, when Thrawn gets back...
Thrawn may not return.
Yeah, Gideon's like, I'm not sure about that. But then they've also set up the exact thing that we need for a Thrawn, like an Heir to the Empire adaptation. Which is... Force cloning is entirely possible by this point already. We don't have to wait for the sequel trilogy for Force cloning to happen. Force cloning has already happened. Gideon has made it work. Did a lot of his research blow up now? Yes. But does that mean that all the research is lost? No. And a key part of the Heir to the Empire trilogy is the cloning of Force individuals. Namely 2. Jorah Sabayoth and Luke. I think that's going to be changed out for our Heir to the Empire film, for the canon version. I think our Jorah Sabayoth stand, and I've talked about this with Harith on the Podwans, because Harith and I talk all the time about our theories about movies. My theory for that is, we already have our Jorah Sabayoth. Why am I forgetting his name now? Ahsoka show. I'm not a Jedi anymore, but I'm also not a Sith.
Oh, Balin.
Balin Skull, thank you. I was about to look it up. Balin is our Jorah Sabayoth. He's going to get cloned. Or they don't need to clone him. He just does the standing in still, because he's already working with Thrawn, which the Jorah Sabayoth clone does. Although they betray each other. Something that we kind of get with season 1 of Ahsoka. And then, the other part that we're missing is, I think Ahsoka or Ezra will be our Luke stand-in.
Sorry, I'm laughing for reasons.
Yeah. Jabba the Hutt.
No.
Lando.
Mm-mm.
But just a clone of Ezra.
I'm laughing because I remember the dumb distinction between original clone.
Oh, yeah. Because written format, you still are supposed to pronounce it like a regular name.
And my brain was like, what's a simpler way of changing this, right? You just write Luke backwards.
But then that's what everybody would have called it rather than...
Yeah, I know. Instead, we got 2 U's.
Because it's still supposed to be Luke, but then it's Luke in the writing, but in the pronunciation, it's meant to still be Luke. Same thing with Jorus Sabaoth. Jorus Sabaoth. See, now I'm thinking, how do we do that? And how does the joke continue in canon? We don't.
You don't.
Because there's no U's in Balin or, well, nope, because that's an O in his last name. It's Skull, not Skull. I know the pronunciation is very close to the same, but there was a distinct difference in how I said it. And there's no U's in Ezra's name.
No.
Or Ahsoka's.
Don't worry, I will still get... I'll still get Ezra's name wrong.
Urza.
Urza.
That's the clone of Ezra. It's Urza. But no, and so my theories there. I think the other big thing is we need a way for Thrawn to have. Where is he going to get the money for all this?
Yeah.
Well, we have a place where he can get all the money for this.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna. I think we are going to get. So, remember in Avengers, was it Infinity War? It was Infinity War, where they had already like, at the start they were like, "Oh, we already raided this place."
Mm-hmm.
Like Thanos was like, "Oh, we attack here and boom, we already won." We're getting that with At-Aten.
I see.
Thrawn's gonna take At-Aten for the money, because it's literally printing money.
Why did you do it, Thrawn? But for the
money, of course. But yeah, so that's my thoughts there, and then where some of their thoughts on Padawans have been is that the other reason that Ahsoka might be coming out closer next year is maybe there's some tie-ins to to Starfighter rather. Because Starfighter, while it takes place after the sequel trilogy, we could still get some Force-related stuff, maybe, that is going to tie in from Ahsoka to Starfighter. Because we know lightsaber battles happening in Starfighter. That got spoiled by behind-the-scenes stuff with the one day Tom Cruise is there with a camera to help direct. He directed the fight scene. Although Ryan Gosling says he wasn't there that day. I don't believe that shit for a second. And so, like, that there's a lot of ideas of, like, because we can go into, like, the deeper Force mythology, and then that can feed into what the Rey trilogy, the New Jedi Order trilogy is going to be about. Because we know Starfighter's going to tie into that, probably. Because they're both films that take place at the same time period. With Starfighter and New Jedi Order. So, not Starfighter and Ahsoka. Ahsoka is still, like, we still got so many years apart on that one, like over 30 years. But that's just my thought, or over 25 years, sorry. But that's kind of my thoughts, right? Any thoughts on your end before we get the final piece of news?
No, not really. My brain was like, what if Aboleth is like peeking her head around the corner? And my brain was like, no, that's dumb. We're not going to do that.
So what's funny is Pep made the same joke on Padawans or Dyad about it, which
like they're not doing it. They wouldn't dare.
They wouldn't dare because every Star Wars fan who even knows who Abeloth is knows it's dumb. It's the dumbest thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Because every Star Wars fan hates that character. It's the one book series that every Star Wars fan agrees Once we get to that part in Legends, we're done. Like, I don't like the Yuzhan Vong. They're a fan of the Yuzhan Vong. Nobody's a fan of Abeloth. I don't know a single one.
I killed her, so you can think about how that goes.
Right, but that version was...
I ignored the devil for 3 days. We're not going to get into
Well, and also that's a version that's my adaptation
fun.
of... Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Because that's part of our tabletop game, and so that was like my adaptation of her. So therefore it's not 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But... Yeah. Last piece of news. Yeah, last one is a sad piece. Michael Pennington, the actor who is known for portraying Moff Jerjerrod in Return of the Jedi, passed away at 82 years old. Which is a long time to pass, but still is sad. But this comes from Actually, this comes from Star Wars Insider. We should have known about that last week. Maybe I missed that. Or comes from Fantha Tracks, which usually has a section in Star Wars Insider. Which is why I'm thinking maybe... Actually, it wasn't in... Yeah, it wasn't in that issue, because that was May 10th. So... Because the issue came out before that. But yeah. I like Moff Jerjerrod in Return of the Jedi. He's not on screen for a lot of time, but he's very memorable still. Because he's the one when they first arrive on the Death Star. So I always... He's one of the Moffs that I always remember the name of. And so... Like, while not a large part, like, in terms of, like, the film itself, I think for me, it stood out. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Michael Pennington will be missed.
Bye.
So let's get into our actual main topic for today.
Mustafar.
Yeah, we're going to do the Terror on Mustafar finally. Spoilers. Okay.
All right.
So, do you want to kind of help take lead on this one? Or is it...
Welcome to not Mustafar. We don't start there.
No.
We start on basically like an electrician planet, power plant.
It's one of the back worlds, yeah. Is it Radomir? Yeah, it's Radomir.
Where all the Imperial rats live. Sorry. That's a strong thing to begin with.
Yeah. But it's narrated by, it's a first-person narrative.
Zan
Videx. Zan Videx.
Man.
Poor Zan.
Yeah.
He's got Parents of the Year, man.
Yeah. And it's like, one of two things happen. Maybe both. So,
poor Zan is raised by a pair of parents who have definitely indoctrinated him with the Empire is good, and everything that we have now is thanks to the Empire. Mm-hmm. Which Zan believes. To an extent that he basically... I had to stop him. He basically joined the Hitler Youth.
Yeah. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yeah.
Boy Scouts for the Empire. Mm-hmm. Although it's co-ed, so very progressive of them.
Not a lot of sexism going on in the Empire.
Just
a lot of everything else.
Yeah, just the Xeno. But
and he's like, man, I sure love the Empire. I love being in the Star Scouts. Ha, what a fun day.
Mom and Dad go, hey, what if you went to the Star Scouts forever?
He's like, well...
Because Mom and Dad are rarely home anyways.
Mm-hmm. Like, alright, I guess.
Man, this poor kid makes what's his name from Skeleton Crew.
Oh yeah. Oof.
At least Dad
Like with that one, the dad is
trying. Yeah, Wendell's trying.
Wendell is trying, but like also you have a kid that's like adventure.
But also, latchkey kids exist. Yeah. I mean, that. And so that's basically what Zan is. He's a latchkey kid. Except they don't give him the key sometimes. Didn't he get locked out one?
No.
No.
That doesn't happen. They're like...
It feels like they're the parents, though, to lock him out one time,
It wouldn't surprise me.
He probably forgot. Yeah. Zan probably forgot.
Yeah, but they're all, like, pulling 16-hour shifts, so,
Yeah.
They forget his birthday, that's what it
That's what it was. That was the big one. Yeah, they forgot his birthday. Poor buddy. I'm pulling up the important names.
He has a best friend named Zarina, or the closest thing he has.
Once he arrives at the camp, because he moves to, and this planet's going to become important as we go further in Star Wars timeline, with some of these other like junior novels, Vardos, where that's the main camp for the future Imperial leaders military preparatory school.
Films.
Which is where he's attending.
PS.
Films. And so...
It's a shit acronym. It's almost as bad as Compnor.
Compnor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so they are getting ready for an inspection.
Yeah.
Because they know that an important Imperial is supposed to be arriving to inspect the school. And of course, the kids being kids are excited. They're like, "Oh, who could it be?
Yeah.
It could be the Emperor himself."
Yeah.
No, but you get close enough.
Yeah. How about his right-hand man?
Because the only reason they thought it would be somebody so high, like high-ranking, is because they know that the ship is a Lambda-class shuttle. And they're like, oh, well, only important people go on Lambda-class shuttles. So...
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to remember. Zarina's the one that's important for that big thing. And then, of course, their scoutmaster, essentially, is Raylan Shea, who kind of has a temper about him.
Oh, yeah.
To the point that one of the things they really drill into your head is how red his face gets a lot of the time. But yeah, so Vader shows up, and Zarina's like, man, Vader's kind of scary, huh?
And Zan's like, no.
Why are you spreading rebel propaganda?
And Zarina's like,
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
We can kind of cut ahead a little bit. So Zarina is actually, well, we want to cut to that. Let's cut to them playing the sport.
So they play the sport.
They play some, I forget what it's called.
It's basically, I think, like Capture the Flag.
Yeah, it's basically Capture the Flag.
It's like Capture the Flag and laser tag.
Paintball.
Paintball, yeah.
It's like paintball. And so Zan is like imagining, oh, Vader's watching, and I'm going to get to leave Vardos because he's going to take me to be like his right hand, and I'm going to be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, Zan ends up making a sacrifice play.
Yeah. Which does work. They do in the game that way.
Yeah. So he sacrifice plays so Zarina can get the point, and then they win from that. And they're like, ooh, exciting. Except, Vader Raylan wasn't watching. He already ran off somewhere. And Vader wasn't watching either.
Because Vader's not here for that.
Yeah, it turns out he's not here for that. What he's really here for is the secret lab that's underneath.
Yep.
Because it turns out that there's a scientist that is beneath the school that has been taking test subjects. Some from the school, some not.
Yeah.
And basically trying to put implants into them so that way they can become droids, essentially.
Yeah.
Droids with human flesh. Because
Ew.
what better to be a spy?
Yeah. I see the logic behind it. I don't like it. I think ooh, gross, and also immoral as hell is the correct response.
They basically want to make Valence before Valence.
Yeah.
I mean, Valence is around right now, but he's not full. He's still got some parts of him.
He has not fully gone through the Lin Kuei cyber initiative.
Yeah. Vader hasn't taken his heart yet.
Yeah. Vader want to see a cool trick, Valence? Put your heart in a jar.
Now you're all machine. You're more machine than me.
Which is impressive. Valence, I do not find this funny.
But yeah, that's what they're doing beneath the school. And they're not doing so great because it's been unsuccessful so far. Because every time they try to put the robot parts inside the human, it kind of goes crazy and then mwop, dies.
Yep.
Mwop. So, can't send that back to the rebels.
Well, you could. There wouldn't be much point in it.
At this point, though, why not just reprogram an astromech?
Yeah. I feel like that would be easier, right?
I guess the reason why is because then you have to worry about droid memory wipes. But, like, do it in a droid that you know they don't memory wipe, like R2.
Yeah.
But because good old Zan and Zarina, and because Zan starts to think that Raylan Shea is a rebel spy because of his mysterious absences, Zan has been exploring the depths of the school where he finds out about this, along with Zarina and the droid. Is it DN? Yeah, it's DN.
DN20.
Yeah, DN20. Which gets them all in trouble because stormtroopers are around the corner and they go, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
You're not supposed to be here.
So, hey, what? Guess what? The entire school gets to go on a field trip.
Yeah.
You ever want to go to Mustafar?
Oh. Oh no.
Oops, all lava.
Who designed this place? Well, presumably the Mustafarians. I don't think that's what they're called.
Yeah, that is.
It is?
Yeah. But yeah, so Vader and his troops take Raylan Shea, Zan, Zarina, actually takes everybody, I think. Yeah, it takes the whole
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. Mostly it was Zan, Zarina, and Raylan they were arresting. They were like, "Oh, you three." But then the rest of the school, like the rest of the kids, and were like, "We're coming too." It does not go well for them.
Also, rebels attack, and this causes Zan to be like, "Okay, so maybe Vader is actually fucking scary as hell."
Yeah.
I might need to reevaluate my hero worship.
Because we see Vader deal with that pretty concisely.
Yeah. Vader, hey kid, want to see a cool trick?
There's a lot of Sith lore in this, by the way, because we get a lot of Sith name drops that I'm like, oh, I know that one. That one's new. Like I knew Naga Sadow, because that's Tales of the Jedi. That's when we get into the Tales of the Jedi. Y'all were gonna run into him in the tabletop game at some point.
Yeah.
Actually, y'all did run into him. Well, your brother did.
Briefly.
Briefly.
I don't think he killed him, did he? No.
No, killed his master.
Andrew on the route to become president of Evil Is Us.
And then the other one, the new one I didn't know was Darth Betrius. That one I
Yeah, that's new.
That one's a new one. Even Wikipedia acknowledges this is the first mention of them.
Like, who is this guy? And Wikipedia is like, fuck if we know, man.
Yeah, all we know is he was a Sith alchemist.
What the hell happens with Sith alchemy? Because it seems to do weird shit. The only time I think I've seen it used on screen is when Palpatine and Dooku were like, you want to go fuck with Yoda mentally?
Yeah, like, you haven't seen the full extent because most of it is from Legends.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the heavier stuff of Sith alchemy comes from, like, Exar Kun using it. And it's a lot of twisting nature sort of shit.
Okay.
He makes, like, fucked up Rancors.
Okay.
And shit like that. I think it's very interesting that because he has the Darth name, so he would be after the Nagasato era of Sith. Because Nagasato's era of Sith didn't have the Darth title.
Mm-hmm.
We also get Daithka Grouch, another Sith alchemist. That one is from Legends as well, I think. Yeah. He predates Nagasato. Yeah, because he died in 6950 BBY in Legends. Whereas Nagasato was 5,000, something like that.
Mm.
To kind of put some context there. This is me putting my Legends knowledge into yeah. Actually, he died 4,400. But still. So, yeah.
Big gap.
Big gap there. So that's why that one's a little bit less known to me. Like, because usually the Nagasato era is really the start of Sith knowledge that in Legends. Because while there's some that are before them, there's not a lot that we know about that. Because we know what happens with Nagasato. He's the first to publicly be a Sith to go into the Republic space after the schism. Yeah. Well, that is what it's called, so that is correct. I love how we both were like, the schism.
Like, anytime a religious order has an internal conflict, it's called a schism.
But
it's a very fun word.
Yeah.
Because it sounds away.
But, so, Zan is wrong. Raylan's not the spy. Mm-hmm. In fact, things don't go well for Raylan.
No, they don't. Well, Raylan, it's a Vader, do you understand how important my work is? God, it's more important than even you.
Also, we get our favorite lackey in this. Vinay, good old Vinay. Who doesn't love Vinay? Most people.
I'm like, this fucking guy.
Who else is gonna kiss Vader's ass?
I mean, you're right. Well, Ochi, but
Ochi doesn't kiss Vader's ass.
Not really, actually, come to think of it.
Ochi's kind of a little bitch. He kisses Palpatine's ass.
Yeah.
But not Vader's. Ochi's always like, Vader, you're a bitch, and then Ochi gets his own ass handed to him. It's usually what happens.
Yeah. Hilarious. He survives as long as he does. It's like, I don't need to be the best. I just need to be standing next to the best guy in the room.
See, that's why he died. He wasn't next to anybody.
Yeah. He ran out of people who were stronger than him, and that's...
Nobody else was strong enough to be around when he died.
Yep.
That's okay. The puppy kicker is dead. I'm okay with that. Too many people be having Ochi as their hear me out, and he can't be a hear me out for me because he's a puppy kicker. I'm
trying to think of, like...
That's like putting... I was I was gonna make the joke, but then I remembered that the name of the puppy that Ochi kicks is the name of the other person I'm gonna say. It's like putting Dio on your hear me out.
People are weird. They're
Like,
you know it.
Yeah, but Dio's not even the... Going into JoJo's real quick. Dio's not even the best monster that you could be a monster fucker for in the JoJo's universe.
No.
There are way better options.
There are so many options.
Like, if you're gonna be a monster fucker... Because I get it, Dio technically qualifies. He's a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
There are better options. Anyways, back to this. So Zan eventually puts it together that it's Serena. But then he's like, wait, but how did you call for the rebels to show up? Because you were with me the whole time.
Yeah. So that wouldn't...
That doesn't add up to me, because he's like... Because Raylan was gone, that's why I thought it was Raylan, but now he's dead, so like...
And then DN20 is like, it was me, Spider-Man.
DN20's like, I've been reprogrammed.
Yep. Horrific ethics of that aside.
It's for the greater good.
I don't... This is a statement.
Especially if you've ever watched...
Anytime someone says it's for the greater good with mental control, reevaluate your life immediately.
Especially if you've ever watched Hot Fuzz. The greater good. But in this case, it's...
It is, and because I know Star Wars, I can agree.
Because in this particular case, we can make an exception.
Yeah.
It's okay. DN20 gets to be pretty awesome in this. Yeah. Doesn't go well for DN20, but like, doesn't go well for anybody really, except for Zan and Zarina.
Yeah, and even for them, they like real. Even for Zan, he's like, so either my parents were awful, or they got brain damaged and died.
Your parents were awful.
Either way, it sucks to be you, kid.
Yeah. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Either your parents were shitty people, or got mind droned.
I'm gonna guess the former though, because like
I don't think it matters.
But hey, we get a graph in this story to save the day. Because they have been to Vader's castle plenty of times. Because it's Lena Graff from our Vader's Castle horror series, which I guess makes sense because those are also written by Kevin Scott, and this is written by Kevin Scott. So Kevin Scott's like, let me write what I know.
Lena, so you've been to Fortress Vader, right? Zan, yeah, I don't want to go back. Lena, too bad, kid.
Lena's like, I've been there like 3 times.
Do you understand? Bad shit happens there.
Which means this has to be like pretty late. So this has to be pretty late into the original trilogy. Because like the Vader's castle visits are pretty late, with only one of them being after Vader's dead, if I remember correctly. Because one of them is where Vinay's the one being the problem.
Yeah.
Whereas the other 2 are with... Well, actually, all of them are Vinay is the problem, but, like, at least for, like, the first 2, I think Vader is still alive, if I remember correctly. Man, it's so long since we've done the Vader's Castle comics, so I'm like... Because I'm trying to place this on the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because that's the hard part. What's... return to... What was the first one?
Hi, Star Wars hunters.
Yeah, bye, Star Wars hunters.
Goodbye.
Not what I was looking for. So we got the return, which is the second one. I think... Yeah, this one has all of them, so let's see. Tells, return, and then Ghost, and Ghost is when he's dead. So Tails is okay. Maybe those happened a lot sooner than I thought. I thought Lena was older because next season when we get into the next season stuff, we're gonna actually properly meet the like Lena and her brother, because they're like main characters of a book series that Kevin Scott wrote. We're gonna get into those.
It's so weird to know their ancestors from the past, but not these characters from
where we're at.
Yeah. Because fuck me for ever trying to do...
Even though they were introduced first.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing release order, we're doing chronological. Except for when things come out.
Yeah.
And so...
They're like, how does Seth keep track of the Star Wars timeline? The answer is he doesn't.
Well, we're going to find out in 2 weeks.
I guess.
We're going to find out in 2 weeks how well. Yeah, so Tails was... 1 BBY, so 1 year before a New Hope, and then Return, the sequel, is 0 ABY, so immediately after A New Hope, or somewhere in the immediate after. And then Ghost, I think, is after he's dead. Between 4 and 5 ABY. So yes, so after he's dead. So she has at least already been there twice. I think they say as much. I think they say she's been there twice.
Yeah.
And so Lena's like, I know how to deal with this. Let's get her out of here.
Yeah.
Dian sacrifices himself multiple times.
Oh, no. Sorry, quick clarification
on that.
Lena's in the last chapter of the book.
Yeah.
She's never
that's right.
ever invaded.
That's right. But she is like...
She does show up at the end.
Yeah, well, because Zarina mentions she works for her. That's where my confusion lies. I read this... I listened to this when we were supposed to do it originally. He has the fresher... knowledge on it.
Serena's lie of like, Mon Mothma sent us to personally spy on you, and Vader is like, yeah, right.
Vader is very scary in this.
Yeah, dude.
So we're getting back to back of just Vader being actually terrifying, because we did the Maul thing where he has no speaking lines and is terrifying, and then this now where he's like...
I'm beginning to see, like, we know Vader is a horror movie monster. It's good to see that, like, we knew it beforehand. I think ever since Rogue One.
It's good to actually see it, though, from the side of a characters that can't do anything about it. Yeah. Whereas, like, our main trio aren't scared of him because they know who he is and what he really is. But yeah, poor Dian.
Yeah.
Dian went out like a hero and a champ, though. So, ultimately, Zan and Zarina escape. After ensuring that they can't... That project's not happening. Vader and Vinay don't get to get anything out of that.
No Harper drones for you.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Which is what Dian died trying to ensure... kind of, to a degree, as well as their escape.
Largely their escape.
Yeah, largely their escape, but in the process was fighting some of the drones. Because those drones were chasing these kids all throughout the castle. Because they were like, oh, there's too many drones, and Dian's like, I got this. Dian, in fact, did not entirely have it. Mostly had it, but...
Yeah.
Literally, only Zan and Zarina make it out.
Yep.
Every other kid gone. But yeah, Lena is the pickup for them, essentially, and is like, All right, let's get out of here. I don't want to be near here either.
Yep, the correct response of like, fuck this, we're leaving.
And Zan gets to become part of the rebels because there's nowhere else they can bring him because they're like.
What about your parents? And Zan's like, that is a subject we do not want to touch right now.
It's okay. You can go hang out with Wedge. Who?
I don't know who that is. They're like, oh boy, you're in for a trip.
Hey, he's ex-Imperial like you.
So you just put all of the... Okay.
He was a TIE fighter pilot.
Ah, well, yeah. They're like, we go and we put all the former Imperial members together, and the New Republic is like, that's a good idea 20 years down the road.
And they're like, no, because when we were doing it, they at least meant it. You're just giving amnesty to whoever. You ever hear of Project Paperclip?
No, because that's in the future. And in a different neighborhood. Said Star Wars.
Yeah, we're just giving amnesty to any scientist that says they switch sides. And they just said, I promise, Scouts honor.
What kind of scouts? Wouldn't happen to be the Star Scouts, would it? Just getting ready to shoot them if they answer the question.
Overall, you already know how I feel about these audiobooks. I really like them. This was a nice original. It had really good vibes. It was really good at putting you into the moment of the terror. And also, like, into the mindset of this kid that's, like, actually believes the propaganda until he's, like, faced with the truth and is like, ah!
Yeah.
And plus, I like the music and all that good stuff, and Mark Thompson being the narrator, and most of my praises of a Star Wars audiobook.
Yeah. For me, I will give it an 8 out of 10.
That's about where I put it. Like, it's not changing anything in Star Wars, but it's definitely good. It does what it needs to. It gives you a good... If you want something... Because I would put this on the level of a Goosebumps book.
Yeah. I'll give it that.
Like, this
It's a good Star Wars Goosebumps book.
Yeah, so if you like Goosebumps, you're looking for something Star Wars-y that gives that vibe, Terror on Mustafar. That would be my suggestion.
Sorry, I was...
You were kind of... Were you trying to crack your finger?
No. I was just watching how weird it looked to articulate my finger.
Oh, on the feed. Yeah, I mean, so there's not really much else I can say about it. But yeah, it's that Goosebumps vibe. That's what I thought the moment I finished reading it and listened to it, and then I was like, "Have you?" And then you were like, "I haven't listened to it yet." I was like, "This is upset Sally."
It's like, I haven't listened to it yet, and like the first time I listened to it, I was like, fuck, I have to hurry.
Yeah.
I don't listen to things on double speed though, because like I feel like that takes away a little bit of the performance of it.
I can see that. I only do that sometimes if I really have to. But, like, I also feel the same, especially for the Star Wars ones, because they always put the music, the soundtrack, like, they put so much effort into it that it feels like I'm not respecting the effort.
I hate the music for the audio dramas. I just wish they would tone it down a little bit sometimes.
Sometimes it's just a little too loud. But I do overall, like, I appreciate that effort, and so I'm like, man, if I'm doing this on 2x speed, then it feels disrespectful for all this effort they're putting in. Meanwhile, Harith is like, I always 2x speed. I'm like...
Because, like, Thompson is over here. He's like, I am giving it as much as I can, man.
And we love Mark Thompson here. He just can't do, like, certain voices. He can't do Mace Windu. He can't do a Leia. He has tried. They are not the best.
Everyone, like, as DMs, sometimes we have to do voices.
And sometimes we find the voices that we're not good at.
For example, I unfortunately, because I am male, have a deep voice. I have problem doing female characters.
Doing these voices. You gotta do these. And then unfortunately it accidentally more kind of sounds like the We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Yeah. So, unfortunately for me, the two women voices I have are like, hello, dear. And, which is...
It's just you talking quieter.
Yeah.
And kind of going a little cockney.
A little... Hello, love. Only British women.
Only British women in Seth's D&D games.
Like...
But no, overall though, this is really good. Once again, like I said, if you like Goosebumps type stories, you like Star Wars. If you don't like Star Wars, what are you doing here?
They were listening to us talk about Terminator and Highlander and Evil West for an hour. Even if you don't like Star
Outlander.
Wars, an Outlander. And a little bit of JoJo.
And a little bit of JoJo's.
We talked about so many other things. Sometimes I think people think we lie about being a Star Wars podcast. We do talk about Star Wars, man. I promise.
It's just because of the Highlander podcast we haven't had time to sit down and do the next episode.
Which is
it's a case of well, it's everybody's fault. We all haven't finished reading the book. I've read more of it than both of y'all, but I'm also writing a script as I read it, which is why it's taking me longer. Because I'm like, and now we take a drink near, so that way we can take a shot.
Whereas I'm over here like, what if I just...
What if I just didn't?
What if I just didn't? Or like, what if I did it in this section?
Yeah. But hey, next week's not going to be too bad. Because we'll get into that. Because right now, we just need to thank everybody for watching today's episode of Escape Reality Star Wars Talk. If you really like our content, you can check out our Patreon, which is at Escape Reality Films. Shout out to Jennifer Brantley.
Yeah.
You can also support us by becoming a member of our YouTube channel. Shout out to Pixie Nixie and her shared channel with Zach, the Goof Goblins.
Thank you.
Both the Patreon and YouTube memberships give you access to our content before they're released publicly on YouTube, as well as other extra goodies, including pages from my new comic book Super Worlds with amazing art by M Arts, where I have been adapting the short story Shadows of the Night from my Super Universe short stories collection. Next page should be out next Wednesday, because there was no page this week. It's every other week. So, next page should be out next week. I'm waiting to get that in color soon. Have the lines version of that. It looks good. If you'd like to be a part of our community, though, you can also check out our Discord, which is linked wherever you're watching. It's going to be down below. In this case, I usually say the wherever we're watching, because usually we're live. We're not today. And if we were, I would point up here. But it's going to be down here in the description doobly-doo. Little description box. Yeah. Seth.
Yes. Every other Sunday from 5 to 7 Central Standard Time, you can catch some friends of ours over at Trials of Nebu on YouTube at the Steam Dungeon. Anyhow, that's it.
Yeah. Once again.
Speed ran that one.
Yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Next week we should be live again. And it's going to be the easiest assignment ever. We're doing Mandalorian and Grogu. This is the way. That's going to be a dangerous one to talk about, because it's just coming out that week, so we'll have to tiptoe.
We will do spoiler warning at the start.
Well,
we'll put it in the fucking title of the
I think
video.
for every big spoiler, we should
bold letters with 3 exclamation marks.
Like there will be minor spoilers, and then there's going to be big spoilers. I think the minor spoilers will get our usual thing, but I think the big spoilers will be like, hey, go watch the movie in that case, because it'll be just coming out, so we'll have to be careful. Because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. That's that. But also,
they saw the title.
Yeah. But we also got to be careful still. People will get upset.
Oh.
The 5 people in our audience.
5 people in our audience. You know we're going to talk about this.
The 5 people, which 3 of them aren't even going to watch the movie and only watch us to bully me. Because Because most of our fans are just there to bully me. Pixie bullies me. Zach sleeps. But he also bullies me. Buttercup bullies me. And then y'all all gang up on me.
I don't bully you.
That's not fair. No, that's not true.
Okay, yeah.
You, Pixie, and Buttercup all ganged up on me on the sleeping one.
Well, don't fall asleep, man. Just
Don't be human.
Yeah, just don't sleep. It's working wonders for me. Do not actually take that advice.
Yeah, don't take that advice. Sleep, get water, all that good stuff. We are over time.
Yep.
I have spoken.
Y'all be safe out there.
Bye.
Later.